All right, everybody. So, quick announcement for the app. Lots of bug fixes, lots of small things, adding custom keys that were not validating correctly and getting a little back-end server error. Just lots of small bug changes, bugs like the toggles not working correctly for new users, things like that. Adding information like you need to use this information for generating a password, you need a number, things like that. Adding, of course, the announcements page that you're seeing this on now. And then two big changes that are going to be implemented upcoming. Okay, these are bigger changes that will require hitting the whole site and lots of information. I'm also just doing, by the way, tons of T management on the back end. So I still have a list of 100 new Ts added since last night, which is incredible. I'm so stoked. Thank you all for using the app and generating all this content. It's really awesome and just exciting. The two things that I'm going to be implementing: flavor management of some sort for users, something kind of like a custom flavor thing, so that users can add either custom flavors that are just relevant to them or submit custom flavors for admin approval, sort of like how it works right now with T management. Okay, so you can still have your own custom Ts. Not all of them will be added to the database as a primary T inside of the site. So far, almost all of them have been. Likewise, flavors. We want to be able to enable users to generate their own flavors and get specific about them. The categorization of flavors is not perfect. I totally understand and agree. Some of the things are redundant, like having 3 different types of vanilla, etc. So those are things that I'm working on to fix. And if I do remove flavors, I'm worried a little bit that it's going to nuke some stuff. So I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen as well. I'm also trying to do some concatenation with the actual T database so that there aren't duplicates and we keep that nice and clean as well. Okay, so flavor management for users to be able to submit their own flavors and either use them within their own account, or more accurately, probably just submit them over to us admins where we can add them and sort them appropriately. Again, I don't know how that's going to work quite yet, but it definitely makes a lot of sense. With that change, I'm going to be launching a change before then. I'm hoping this is also launching right now, and that's going to be able to select kind of high-level parent flavors, so something like just fruity, or also sub-parent flavors like berry or citrus or stone fruit or tropical, beyond just blueberry or lemon or watermelon or dried prunes, things like that. So I'm going to work on a way of doing that. I think that makes a ton of sense. Again, if you don't see the flavors that you want listed, please just shoot me a feedback request and I'll add them where I think sensible. Again, some of the flavors are they're not going to make it in the database, sorry. But stuff like Woodway, things like that, yes, absolutely. And there just is too much content to add. It's a big project, as it turns out. And all these things seem straightforward, but they are far from it. I think the average user probably has a little bit more dev knowledge than not hitting Discord. So I think you all can at least appreciate that. Okay, so flavor management in some format, it's going to happen. It's not going to be on this next release. And I'm sorry, but when I release the app, I don't have a way of setting it to maintenance mode, so it's just gonna nuke the site for a few minutes. So I'm trying to figure out when to do these releases. I want to do them as fast as possible, but I also don't want to interrupt as many users as possible. We have users from Europe and stuff. It's really awesome. Again, everyone, shout out. Thank you guys for getting in there. Okay, so second feature that I want to implement is going to be adding to the session notes, the session sort of configuration for adding a new session for brewing parameters. And that's going to be the brewing style, the quantity of grams used, the quantity of grams used style, the temperature of the water, and the duration of the brew. There isn't a perfect way to implement this where it kind of captures all of it perfectly, but eventually I'll add sortability, some sort of filtering, so that people can be looking in the T page or the sessions pages to find teas that are brewed the specific way. At least for now, when you're seeing people's session reviews, hopefully it will have that rich information if people want to add it. I think the way that I'm going to do this feature is to set up a default for users so that the average user has, hey, I'm doing gongfu with 5 grams at boiling for flash steepings, whatever-ish. and that's going to, I think, hopefully make it easy to use so that not everyone has to go in and do it every single time, and just have those defaults set. And then you can change the parameters as you see fit, enabling users to also say, hey, this was, QSU for at 110 Fahrenheit for 2.5 minutes or whatever. So those are changes that will be coming soon. I think the parameters are going to be coming before the flavor management. I think that's going to be a little bit easier, maybe. So I hope to have these done within the next 2 weeks. Please stay tuned for those. In the meanwhile, if you don't mind, use notes, use tagging to capture some of those nuances. Some people requested subcategorization of teas, like sencha versus gyokuro versus blah, blah, blah. It's really tough to be able to facilitate all of the nuance of tea, especially when teas get blurred. What makes... you can just kind of get, Louis Bao should be its own category. It's like, it's impossible after a while. So please use session notes, use tagging for your own records so that people can at least, and again, other users are able to see your profile meets your tags specifically, so they can at least understand specifically how you're using the tags that you're using on a consistent basis. So for now, at least, please use those features. Those other things are going to be the flavor categorization, and inputting user-generated flavors, and then also the brewing parameter changes are going to be implemented here in a little bit. Try to keep this one short and sweet. Thanks again for tuning in, for all the feedback, for all the donations. It's super cool. I have not even had time to literally get on Discord once to be able to do a single comment. So it's really cool that it's happening in the background, but also it's just like, again, it is actually, I am the only admin. I am the only person who's created this project. So I'm trying to manage a lot of things right now. So it's either doing the team management or fixing bugs or reading the feedback emails. I want to be replying to every single donation email, every feedback email. So just please be patient with me. It's a lot of work, but I'm not complaining. It's really cool. Thank you all so much for the feedback, the support, and for being excited about this project. Let's all make it a big success. The more that people generate content for this project, the cooler the content becomes. I'm really excited to be seeing everyone's sessions being posted. And I'm really excited to be reading all the session notes too. People are using the app exhaustively in a way that I couldn't even imagine. So thank you all, seriously. It really means a lot to me. And stay tuned for more and more changes. Until next time.